Hello and welcome back to AJAYU Transitorio, an online digital festival. We are live from Dance City in Newcastle. And now I'm joined by Yuvel, who's the artistic director and the mastermind behind this amazing day of events and the guy who brought all of these fantastic artists together. So hi.
Hello, everybody. Thank you. Thank you very much for joining us today. And I hope you enjoying it. And there's lots more to come. But today we're going to be doing something special. Yeah, I'm very excited. I've never done this before, really. So very much looking forward to it.
Nice. And we've also got Julie's here, who's going to be leading this fantastic flower making workshop.
Hello, everyone, and happy Sunday. So today we're going to be doing flower workshops, and I have a couple of samples here. So I have 2 flower pendants here, which I've put a fancy handmade label on the back because they were handmade with love, and safety pins. So first off, let's make sure that everyone has all the supplies they'll need for the workshop. So first off, you'll need scissors, not ruler. And if you're below the age of 10, please get your adult supervisor to come with you and support you in this process, because you'll also be using a hot glue gun. Make sure you have a couple of extra hot glue sticks. So you have your ruler, your scissors, your hot glue sticks, your hot glue gun, the ruler, which I've mentioned a few times, that wasn't that. And then you need about 3 pieces of fabric this size, or you can choose just one color. It's up to you. The sky is the limit as to what you can use. These are felt fabrics, but you can use any heavy cotton or anything that's a heavy fabric that will keep its shape, because you want to make the petals so that they hold up. You'll need a pencil or something that will make a mark on the fabric, and also a piece of lightweight cardboard. So let's begin.
Okay.
To begin with, the first step is to make 3 sizes of petals. And to do that, you'll need your ruler, the cardboard, and a mark making tool like a pencil. The first size petal that we're going to make is going to be 40 centimeters. So you want to make a 40 centimeter square. So let's do that.
Cool.
Okay.
40 centimeters square.
40 centimeters square.
Got it.
So what I usually do in this process is that I just make a straight line across, just a big line across your whole piece. And then from there, then I know that that line is straight. I put my ruler against that line and I measure 40 centimeters this way, and then make a line that way. And then I measure 40 centimeters across the first line that I made.
You think 40 centimeters or 40 millimeters?
40 millimeters, sorry.
Millimeters. I was thinking that's not long enough.
40 millimeters, sorry. I'm transcribing from inches into millimeters and
So
centimeters.
4 centimeters.
Yeah,
Cool.
It would be 1.5 inches.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah,
4 centimeters, 40 millimeters.
Nice.
Thank you for pointing that out.
It's just the one when you're doing.
Yeah, so you're going to make one that's 40 millimeters. Then you're going to make a second one that's 30 millimeters. And then a third one that's 25. So let's first make those 3 squares. And then we're going to cut them out. I forgot to mention at the beginning when I was listing my supplies that you will also need a round coin. This is a 10p coin. Sorry?
The second square.
30 millimeters and then 25.
Oh, there.
Got it.
Excellent.
So you'll need, I'm using a 10p coin, but you can use anything that's similar size. I have also like a bottle top as well, or anything that's around that size. I'll just show you that. And then we're going to make our squares. How's everyone doing?
Great. I think I've got it. I mean, maths isn't my strongest point, but I do love getting creative.
Getting there.
And then if you've made all those squares on your cardboard, you want to cut them out.
And the last one is 25.
25. So I think maybe I'll talk a little bit about why we've chosen to make these flower pendants. So at the beginning, when we first were talking about the project itself, I wanted to make something so that we will all be able to wear during the performance and during the day, that we could all share. And then you'll see some of us wearing them throughout the day. So if you spot them, feel free to say, hello, I made one of those during the workshop. I'm wearing it too.
And also, if you've got any questions or comments, just please keep them coming into the chat box and we'll try and answer them in the next table session. Cool, cutting out.
Oh,
Cutting out the squares. This is the fun part for me. I love cutting. This is my favorite part of my arts and craft workshops. The scissors.
almost there, almost there.
So you're saying if you're a younger person taking part, just ask somebody to help you with this bit?
Yeah, the scissors and the hot glue gun are the two bits that you would need some parent or older cousin, older aunt.
Great.
Great. I'll wait
Got
till
it.
everyone gets their 3 squares. So maybe now you can, actually, let's make our circle template as well. So we're going to make a circle template that will go on the back of the petal when we put it together. So what we want to do is do 50 centimeters across. And I'll teach you a really fun way of making this type of circle. So I literally measured 50 millimeters across, and then I put a dot at the 25 mark. And then I do the same thing, meet that 25 mark in the middle of a 50 millimeter across. So now you get a fun cross like this, which is 25 on each side, but it's 50 across. And then I do that a few times. This is if you don't have something to help you make a circle. I do that a couple of times, just across. If you have something in your house that is about the 50 millimeter, just take that, put it on your thing, and draw a
Nice.
line around it.
So you
But-
could use like the lid of a jar
Yeah.
or a ketchup
The bottom
bottle
of a
or
cup,
yeah.
anything. But if you don't have something like that, this is my fast way of making a circle. And then I just meet all the lines.
Nice. It's a really clever little trick. Because drawing a circle is quite hard freehand.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be a perfect circle because it's just going to go on the back of the pendant to hold the flower petals together. So as long as it's in a circle shape, I've done that now. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4 lines across, and then I've just met all the lines. Yeah.
I think mine's a little bit of a squircle, but I'm happy
That's
with it.
perfect.
I'm still the last one.
Oh, you're doing so well. Your circle is much circular than mine.
That's really nice, Yvette.
That's a really good circle. You get A+.
Thank you.
So we're just going to cut this circle out as well because we'll need to use that as our template for the circle for the back. And a tiny bit. Also, I mentioned I'm using these safety pins, which are 35 millimeters across. You can use any size. I think these are a bit smaller. I think these are 25. As long as you can attach it to the back and use it onto your pendant is fine. These are slightly bigger, but it's up to you if whatever you have available. Go ahead and use that. I'm gonna cut a circle template, and we're
So
gonna.
do let us know how your circles are coming along at home, guys.
Mine's is almost, it's ovally. It's like an egg. Okay,
Oh, it's not bad.
that's
Yeah.
really good. So we're just gonna put these extra bits to the side
Should
here.
put it away.
We could put that
There we
there.
go.
Yeah. So now, to make the petals, what we'll need to do, and we'll need to do this to each square, take the larger square first. And what we want to do is that we want to measure 15 millimeters from one corner. So we're going to do a reference on both on that same corner. So we're going to just make a little mark 15 millimeters in. And then we're also going to make another 15 millimeter mark on the other side. Like so. So you'll end up having a square which has two 50 millimeters at the same corner.
Got it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good.
Similar.
Yep. And then we're going to put a pencil mark or a pen mark or whatever you have and go across those two lines. So you want it to touch that way. Amazing. And this is where your Tempe coin comes in handy. So then what we're going to do is we're going to take our Tempe coin or bottle top, whatever you have accessible, and then the 2 points above that line you want to circle off. So you're going to take your pencil and just circle off that edge, and then you're going to circle the other edge. And now you can see that once you have those 3 marks, then that looks like a petal. How's that going?
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
I don't know.
Let's see. Yeah,
How do you
that's
go?
good.
Can't see it. Oh, okay.
I feel like abstract is allowed with this.
Yeah,
Room
I think
for-
once you fold it over, it's not going to be too much of a difference if your circle's a little bit wider or deeper.
Real.
I think I'm going for the abstract.
And then you're going to cut off the shapes that you just drew off. And then you're going to have something that looks like this, which is the petal, the largest petal that goes on the bottom layer of your flower.
Oh.
How's that?
Ta-da!
You did it. So now that was 15 for the 40 millimeter one. Then for the 31, you're going to do 10. And then for the 25, you're going to do 5. So you're
10
doing the
and 5,
same
right.
thing for each one of those. So 10 for the 25 one, and then 10 for the 30 and 5 for the 25.
10.
I feel like we should have some like background music.
I feel like these might make great presents for
Yeah.
people. They seem like really versatile, like you could use them to wear them,
Mhm.
to decorate your house.
You can put them on your hair. You can put them on a purse. You mentioned also before you can use them for like Christmas decoration if you choose.
Yeah, hang them on your
Christmassy color.
trees, hang them around the house.
You can also adapt it. So I'm doing the petals to be pointy, but you can actually circle that point at the top as well and make them circular. If you do another layer at the bottom of these, you can also make them a bit more circular, put a stick on it, make a flower arrangement.
Great.
There's so much you can do with it.
I think I'm getting the hang of this. Finally.
So that's my second one. Oh, I think they're getting better. That's nice.
Last
Get
one
better.
is 5, isn't it?
5.
I just love crafts. It's just such a lovely thing to do around a table with friends or family on a rainy day.
It's still very meditative.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
And also when you end up with a pretty thing at the end.
And you're
makes it
using
all-
the 10 pence every time to do the
Yeah.
circles.
Yeah,
Oh, it fits quite nicely on that last one, doesn't it?
yeah.
Great. And that's my third one done.
Getting there, getting there.
Take your time. So you end up having 3 sized petals and a circle. So once you have that, So now, the fun part begins. Well, there's all fun parts. So what you have to do is do 8 of each size from one color. So you have to think that the largest petal is going to be the one that goes at the bottom. So you want to choose one color that you want to be the furthest away from the top. So right now I have these 3 colors. I tend to choose the darkest one to go at the bottom, but that's just my preference. You can choose whatever you want. So you want to cut 8 petals of the same one. So there's 2 ways of doing this. You can either place the petal onto your felt or fabric and put a mark around it, or you can put the petal against the fabric, and then I just hold it like so
Ooh, skills.
and cut
Okay.
around it. But this is just one way of doing it. If you put a mark on it, what you want to do is cut inside of the mark when you're cutting it out,
Let's
so
try.
that the mark doesn't show on the actual petal when you're gluing it together.
I'm gonna try your way. Let's see. what
I've done
works.
the other one. I've gone for drawing around it. And then I'm going to try and carefully cut so I don't get any of these black lines. Great.
How many do I have?
You have to make 8 of each size.
Oh, wow. I see.
And then if you're thinking about making a 4th layer, you probably will have to make 9 or 10 of the larger size. So if you think about it, it's 25, 30, 40, and then you want to go 1 extra layer of flour, you can do 50, and then just add an extra 5 to the cuts. And then, but because of that layer, you'll have to have a bit extra around circumference. So you might have to do 9 or 10.
But for this one, we're just doing 8.
Yeah, we're just doing 3 layers.
And the black mark for using the pen, the inside.
Yeah, you want to cut inside of the line because you don't want to see the actual mark on the petal itself when you're gluing it together.
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, sure. Draw them first. That's a bad idea.
I suppose if you're working as a team, you get someone to do the drawing and someone to do the cutting out.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Number 2, 3. Down.
So as we're doing this cutting out, Julius, I'd just like to ask you a couple of things about how you started working with Yvel. I know that you are a very multi-talented artist,
Oh, thank you so
musician,
much.
painter, craft maker. There's lots of strings to this one's bow. And we've got some great surprises coming up later as well, which I don't want to give too much away. But how did you two get to know each other?
I think the first time we worked together was part of the Vamos Festival Carnival. Was that the first time that we worked
Yeah,
together?
must be. Was it when it was the Time Carnival before it changed its name?
I think so, yeah.
So those of you that don't know, Vamos Festival is a Latino, Spanish and Portuguese inspired festival that happens in Newcastle nearly every year, except last year it wasn't.
It doesn't count.
Doesn't
Last
count.
year doesn't count,
Last
so
year
it'll still
Has
be
been
coming.
rewritten.
And the festival is a celebration of different cultures through dance and art and performances and social events, which is really fantastic.
Yeah, that was it.
Must have been, yeah.
I can't remember. It's been years ago.
Was that the
2009.
Was that the year we all wore gold, or that was a
That was the
different
year before that one. That was the year before that one.
We
definitely.
have the stories of the different colors and shades that we've worn during the carnival parade. The orange year was a good year.
Oh yeah, and it rained. Remember, we had to hurry up our parade towards the end.
Yeah,
But luckily
yeah.
for the final performance, everything cleared up, so we were able to perform.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So that
We need
was
one more.
at that point. I think I was just a musician as part of the troupe.
Yes.
Just a musician.
Well, just one of the
A
musicians.
very talented musician.
One of the musicians that were in the group.
But you also did the costumes for it as well, didn't you?
A couple of years I did,
But that
yeah.
came later on
That came a bit
when
later.
we start working as a creative team for the
Yeah.
event.
So then we were called the Carnival Troupe because
Yeah.
there was many people coming, many groups coming together to perform, but we formed like a group of artists and creative team to create one almost festival troupe. Which is really good.
Yeah, it was pretty much working with a theme every year.
Yeah.
Not only colors, also a story behind it.
Yeah.
So we created, we used to create a step, and we had 1 year was Colombian inspired Brazilian.
Yeah,
You were in the
it was-
Brazilian one.
Yeah, it was. It was amazing.
I was thinking, you were there.
So can I move on to my second petal?
Yes,
Yes, I'm doing exactly the same with the middle-sized one, doing 8 of those.
8 of those as well, yeah.
Groovy.
Oh, you're super fast.
Well, yeah, I realized
like
that
the
I can't talk and do another
speed.
kind of multitask.
But I think we always talked about like possibilities of working together in whatever capacity it was. This is the first time that we work in this kind of way, isn't it?
Yeah,
In one of your projects.
So AJAYU Transitorio, it's obviously the name of this festival and all of the different workshops that's happening in videos. And so how does this flower making tie into the theme of AJAYU? Could you tell us a little bit about where the name comes from?
AJAYU is a Quechua word that means soul. It's a indigenous language in Bolivia, so it means soul. And Transitorio is transient in Spanish, so it's soul, the transient soul. And it relates to the idea that we have offerings. Normally, for people who have passed, we give them flowers. So we have memories, and it was really interesting to start working from that perspective. What can we make with intent and our thought, and use it as well, not only leave it there, and we can
Yeah.
use it and make it something purposeful.
Yeah, and we talked through a lot of things. I think I first was trying to figure out what can I make that everyone could wear that will be part of the process. And then I think at the end we're just like, let's just merge these two ideas together.
Yeah.
So
Nice, and it brings a little bit of brightness because we spoke previously about AJAYU being around the Day of the Dead in Bolivia.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Mexican Day of the Dead's really famous. It's really in the media, but it's also very similar in Bolivia, isn't it? Similar celebration.
Yes, pretty much so. Has a lot of similarities, and remembering people who are passed and come back and visit us every year, and we dress up a table with offerings and food, drinks, and things that that person loved when it was with us, and that's what is behind all of this. Is bring back memories that we would like to have, honor those memories mainly through different things, not necessarily people have passed, memories that we have here, so we can bring it back and bring it to life through a physical act, we would say.
Lovely.
that's amazing.
Well, that takes me to a point of, in this afternoon's events, we also have at 4:30 a very special cooking session, all about the spirits, and it's really nice, which is another offering that comes from Day of the Dead, cooking, and that idea of when someone passes, coming together through food. And so that's at 4:30. I've just remembered, do you want me to switch this on?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh,
Just to let you know, we've got about 5 minutes,
I don't think I'm going to finish in 5 minutes, but
but that's all right.
So maybe I will.
you can do it. You can do it,
I
and
will.
I'll just finish it. I'll show in the end.
I'll show people what the next step are.
And if you've got any questions at all around the flower making, the cutting out, the different fabrics that you can use, just write them in the chat box below and send us your comments. Very interested to see what you're doing. Also, you can share any pictures on Facebook.
Well, nice. And remember as well, if you would like to go back to some of the previous steps or you missed that in any part of this video for whatever reason, just go back. The video is live on AJAYU Transitorio Facebook page. You just play it back, and also on YouTube. So that's also handy.
Great. I think I'll be going back and watching again.
Probably I'll still be here.
Okay, so that is my second lot of 8.
Wow. Not even close.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm just gonna talk.
I'll just
We'll finish it.
I'll just stick to dancing.
The gluing part is the faster part. This bit is the slower process.
Whew, one down. Okay, second one on. Oh, I just remember at the beginning, unfortunately, we couldn't do it. We were talking about knitting as well.
Yeah,
That was a lovely idea.
that was
really
really
nice.
nice. I'm probably gonna follow that up because
But also, we could still do it because it's not just today. We're gonna be next year. We're gonna continue working on this project, different versions, community versions. We'll be visiting Bradford. We'll be here in the Northeast as well, and also in Leeds. So stay tuned. So we'll be sharing a lot more and pictures of the after show and all information. So yeah, keep checking out that, please.
keep following us.
Oh
Keep
yes.
following you, Val.
So just for time, I've made traced on one of them here, and then I've folded my felt. And if by magic, I'm going to try and cut out 4 at once. What do you think, Julius?
I think you're gonna do it.
Go, go,
My
go.
super sharp scissors. Oh, I think it's possible. Nice.
Success.
So like you were saying before, if you can't get any felt, you can also do this with card, paper.
Yeah, you can do it
Different
with
material.
foam sheets, or you can do it with paper.
Nice.
You can also do it with any heavier set fabric. I used a little bit lighter one for a sample that I did a couple of days ago, and that worked okay. I think I had to do extra petals, just because it needed like that extra oomph. But I think it's really flexible to do. So just try it. Just do one. That's how I work. Just try it and see how it goes. And if that didn't work, try a different version of it. Okay, I think I have all my petals now. Let's see.
Okay, have homework.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12.
Oh, it's very satisfying.
I'll let you know when I'm finished.
So obviously, if you're at home, you can spend more time doing this. I've gone for quantity over quality, but I'm pretty happy
Oh,
with
that's
them.
perfect.
Yeah.
And then you have to cut your circle out as well.
Oh, brilliant.
So just choose one of the colors, cut the circle out.
I'm just gonna go to make my marks, and then I'll continue cutting.
And then this is where the glue gun comes in handy. So what we're going to do is, remember, if you need an adult present to help you with your glue gun because it's hot, please go find them now. So we're going to take the petals, and I put a bit of glue on one side and a bit on the other. And then,
Wow, they get hot really fast.
yeah. Then you fold over like so. And then you have the 2 petals meet at the middle. And you end up having one of these.
Wow.
So that's how you make your petal. So you're gonna do that to all the 28 petals.
Great.
So let's do that step really quickly.
Well, just for time,
Yeah.
shall we all work on one together?
Yeah, let's do
Yeah?
it.
Let's do a little teamwork and then we can come back and finish these later. Maybe if you trust us
I trust
to help
you.
us stick your petals together.
I trust you.
As you can see by mine, I didn't do what Julie said and cut within the black mark. But I think that's all right.
That's fine. It just gives it a bit of.
Nice.
Okay,
There you are.
so
So I'll do the middle ones.
So we put a bit of glue on each side,
I need my, I've got one.
and then you fold the petal so that the two sort of circle sides glue together. And you squeeze it a little
Did you
bit.
inside?
Wait till it cools down before you squeeze it.
Try not to stick your fingers to the petal.
Don't stick your fingers to the petal. I also tend to put a bit of glue, let it cool down ever so slightly, and then fold so that your fingers don't get slightly cooked.
Oh,
This is something like that here.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Okay, one.
You're doing good.
Is this one? Let's see if this. Yeah, it's ready.
it's a little bit fiddly, but I think with practice, I'm
Yeah.
getting better. Trying not to judge my petals.
Your petals are beautiful.
Thank you. Wow, look at this. That's like a little pro petal. Wow, it's so cute.
Oh, this one didn't turn up as.
Yeah, like you got the big ones.
Well, yeah.
Great. Is your glue gun working?
Uh,
Yeah, and if you don't have a glue gun at home, what else could you use to do this?
You can staple the petals together.
Okay.
You can use PVA. It'll just take a bit longer, so you'll need some
Yeah.
kind of clip to hold them together until the glue dries.
Okay.
You can sew it if you like sewing.
Ooh, that would be nice.
So
Yeah.
you can just put a little stitch at the bottom here and put them together. Any of these things, the hot glue gun
Oh,
helps
yeah.
because it makes it quickly.
and don't put your finger on the glue.
Yeah. Don't touch the hot glue.
Yeah,
That's
kind of. Yeah.
part one.
Okay, now coming.
I'm not sure if you've noticed, but underneath this flower making workshop, we've got these absolutely fantastic table decorations, which they're so gorgeous. Julius,
yeah.
where did these come from?
So one of the ideas that Yvette was mentioning before was for me, I wanted, because we're coming together at a table and talking and possibly eating some food, I wanted to make some kind of placemat that we can all be in front of. And the first idea was to do, my grandmother used to make knitted placemats. And I talked to my mom about it, and I geared my mom up to teach me how to do. She sent me lots of videos. But then we never were able to meet, to actually for me to get the training on how to do it the way my grandmother used to make. So then I remember one of my aunts used to also make these kinds,
Yeah.
which are sort of like, they look a bit like a quilt, which is really cool.
Oh,
And then I
Okay,
had
okay.
a really good friend of mine put them together, and her name is Chantel. And she also makes masks and outfits, and her name is, her Instagram name is Lexalina, if anyone wants to look her up.
Lexalina.
Yeah, wants to look her up. And they're double-sided.
They're beautiful.
Yeah.
So depending on how you feel.
Yeah,
Day
you can
to
do one
day.
side or the other.
Yeah, it's just a lovely way of just jazzing up a table, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice talking point as well. When you invite people over.
Okay.
Fantastic.
So now we're gonna put them together. So you're gonna
great.
get your 8 large petals, which if you pass me the petals.
Coming. I promise. Just one to go.
Give those purple ones.
Great.
Only one.
Thank you.
I didn't even have to do 8. Oh my God.
You did great. So you're gonna take your circle, and then you're gonna take the 8 petals and put them
The last one.
in a circle shape on top of your circle. And then you're gonna glue these down. Put a bit of glue in the back. Go like that.
Remember,
Put a
don't
little
move
bit
your
at the
hands.
back. Put it down. A little bit of glue in the back. Put it down. Turn. A little bit of glue. Put it down. Turn some more. Oop. This might be the easier way.
Nice, you can really start to see it coming together already. And that's only the first layer.
That's just the first layer.
Amazing.
Don't fall down. Stay. And then you take your medium-sized petals,
Which I prepared
which
here.
are here, and then you're going to overlap them so that you're actually placing it onto the gap in between the petals underneath. And I just found this quick way of doing it. Just do a circle of glue, place it down. And then you're gonna repeat that same thing with your third layer of petals. Ooh, hello, glue.
The colors are lovely together. They're so vibrant.
Yeah, this is a
Yeah,
good
very
one.
nice.
And the sky is the limit. That's the great part of this.
So really, you could do as many layers as you want.
You could do more layer up, smaller petals, or you
Yeah.
can go underneath.
Ooh, can be a really big one and put it on the wall as well. Oh, I
Yeah,
like that one.
you can go super size and go bigger rather than smaller.
Yeah, I think that would be bad for my fingers.
Great.
Wow.
And actually, that's how it look if we let Julius do it alone.
No, you guys did great.
We'll finish ours later today, and we'll post pictures of them on Facebook so you can see Holly Newell's flowers as well.
Can I use this to hold it?
Yes. I continue then.
And the last one. Then I'm just gonna press it down. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. So you end up, you're gonna have to then also go around and pull all the glue off. So you end up with 3 layers of petals, and then a circle in the middle, and then this in the back. So what I do for the splitter is I'm gonna show you how to do this quickly, and then the safety pin in the back is quite easy. All you're doing is putting a bit of glue on the back, putting the safety pin with the arm that comes apart facing up, put a bit of glue there.
Do you want me to cut you a little square?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a
Is that
little
okay?
square, that's perfect, and just put it through on top of the safety pin so that it holds it down,
Nice.
and squeeze, and then you have your safety pin attached to the back. I squeeze a bit more. And then the only part that now you're gonna have to do is choose one of the colors that you already used or a completely different color. You're gonna cut a strip about 70 millimeters across and about 30 millimeters, so a long rectangle. Cut that down. You're going to fold it over, and then you're gonna cut tiny bits of slits, just going down when it's folded, so that you will end up with a strip that has a lot of tiny lines going through it. So what I do is I glue it down together so that it's folded permanently, like so. And then you roll it onto itself so that you make a bit of a circle. Put a bit of glue, And then I take one end and I just roll along
Oh, that's so clever.
the
Wow.
straight line. Put a bit more glue. And roll, roll, roll. Squeeze together. Wait till the glue dries. And then you have the center of your petal.
Nice.
Put a bit of glue at the bottom
It's really pretty.
and put it in the center.
Ta-da! Fantastic.
We did it together!
Yay.
Nice. Absolutely love it.
So the fun part is that you can make any color. You can make it bigger if you add more petals. I've put a little tiny handmade sticker on it, so it looks really
You
cute.
can put your name on
You
it.
put your name on it. You can actually also draw on the petals if you want to draw shapes on your fabric. If you don't have like a colorful fabric, you can just make it that.
Oh.
So just try it and do as many flowers as you want.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Julies. I hope you enjoy that at home, doing that fantastic flower making workshop. And please, like I keep saying, leave us your comments, ask us your questions, send us your pictures. We're really interested to know what's going on for you guys as well. We're going to be taking a short break and we're actually back in about 15, 20 minutes where we'll be sharing another video with you. So please stay tuned and see you again soon. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.